Hi, welcome to my hot tip today. I'll just find my other self on the other screen. So I'm doing an extra live today. I've been taking part in a challenge in my social media. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And so I'm doing a little extra live right now and taking the opportunity to have a chat about a little hot tip I've got. Hang on. Turn off the sound over there. Make sure the microphone's working. So that's always good. Just move it around a bit so you can hear me. Now, I'm sorry, I do have a bit of a cold. I'm a little bit scratchy there. So, my name's Fiona Fernandez. I live in Pyrmont in Sydney, and I have 5P Handcrafts, which is a lot of crafty things. I make all sorts of things with my hands, and cards are one of them. So I do my Stampin Up, and I do a live on Wednesday nights for that. So when you get a mental block with your creativity, my question to you all, and I'll share mine in a minute, is what do you do when you can't think of what to do? It's like, or what colour to use, or something like that. So I've been making a few earrings. You might have seen that on my page. Feel free to say hi if you're dropping, and tell me what your hot tip is for your mental blocks when it comes to creativity. So I've made a few little earrings like this, and I decided to go with the colour in my top. So with cards too, so I'm wearing this today. Hang on, stand up. We've got a leaf there, and we've got flowers here, and white background, things like that. So I have some of this. I'm going to make some more earrings in this colour, so I'm looking forward to that. So I will be selling them on my stall, and I have a stall once a year in Pyrmont at the Christmas in Pyrmont. So that's exciting. So I was looking around the room, coming up with an idea for this today. I've done this before where I like to match what I'm making, or sometimes I'll just go, what am I going to do today? So I walked around the room and found this beautiful paper, because I have paper everywhere at the moment. And I thought, that's perfect. That matches my top. So this one is part of a set, and it's online. I'll just grab the packet. Oh. So this is a whole lot of it. Beautiful colours. It's called the Delightful Floral Designer Series paper, and it's got some beautiful colours. The packets always tell you what colours are in it. So this has got Berry Burst in it, which is the darker pink. And it's got Fresh Freesia, which is the paler colour there. It's all sorts of greens. The backs are all plain and like really arty. So you can flip them over. I'm going to use this one today. And there's also a stamp set that matches it. So it's the translucent florals. So I'll flip the camera over and we'll make a little card. I've cut some of the things out already, but I'd love to hear from you. What's your tip for getting through that creative block when you just can't think of what to do? Alright, we'll just flip the camera up just a minute. Let's go to the ceiling first, and then I've just got to flip things around. Where are we? Okay, look, we're good. Come up a bit. So I've cut out a few pieces already. This is pretty peacock, the colour, and so that's in the background of these leaves here. And I'm just going to cut this panel down so that it sits behind things. So it's got beautiful calypso coral on the back. I would cut this one down to, we'll go to 10, because that'll give us a nice little rim around the edge. So pretty, this paper. We'll go to 14.35. So that way it'll fit on my card just nicely. In the front there. And then I'm going to layer it with these ones. I've got there. See the back of that one? Isn't that pretty? So you could even do that on top of another layer of white, you know, you can do all sorts of things with it. I've just cut these little ones out using those dies, the contours, what is it called? Colour and Contours, I think that one is called. This one, Scalloped Contours. So if you need any of the information about what I'm using, just pop a comment in and I'll answer that later. So I'll put that one there. Isn't that gorgeous? And then I thought I would do another, so I've got a set of leaves, but they're in a different colour, so I'm going to use my stamps and we'll just do another one. And then I've got the dies here to cut them out. There's that one, and I'm going to use this cute little flower to sit somewhere on it like that. Oh, got a stamp out still from last night, look. 'Tis the season to be jolly. I better put that back where it came from. I can't find it at the moment. We'll just stick it on the card up there. Right, it's always a good idea to put them back. Where is my other block? I think that one's not right. It's that one and that one. And put my trimmer down. I thought I'd use the Berry Burst for the flower. And I'm going to use two colours on the leaves. So we'll do the flower first. This should make for a nice quick card. We'll just stamp that somewhere else first. Got a bit of cardboard here that I've ruined, so I'll just practice on that. Look at that, so pretty. Stamp one of them there. Oh, that's so pretty. Now I just washed the chamois. Where did I put it? I think I left it on the kitchen bench after all that. Never mind. Just get a tissue. Just wipe that off. I like to clean my stamps straight away. And I use a wet chamois. But I have left that out where I washed it. I'll just get a bit of, you can use baby wipes as well. I haven't got any handy. Just wet my tissue with a bit of water and just wash that off. Right. So that's my little one of those, and we'll just cut that out in a minute. Put that off there. And I'm going to do this one. So I'm going to use the green, the light green first. And then I'm going to colour in a bit. I like colouring in. Let's see which way we go. Oh, look how bright that is. That's so gorgeous. Tissue. So with this one, actually I might use the marker. You can use your markers on your stamps. This is going to be a bit harder because it's not, actually what I might do is cut it out and then stamp it again. So when they're clear stamps, you can colour them in separately. and just add to it. I'm not sure how I'll go with this one because I've got that over the top, but if I cut that out first, let's get my little cutter. Just move that up there. Trim that off a bit so we can fit it in the trimmer. So now we have the shape of the stamp, and I'm going to cut this one out as well, so I might as well do that at the same time. So if you're just joining me, I'm making a card, but the basis of the video is to talk about what to do when you've got a brain block on creativity. What can you use to inspire you? So I've used my shirt for the colours and the flowers and leaves. I just find it's really helpful. Sometimes I've had tops on that are all different, you know, a few different colours together. Gives you a little challenge as well. So with this one here, I'm just going to put it onto, I'm going to put a bit of colour on here, but I'm not going to go right to the edge. So if I look at this other paper, see how they got the dark, the pretty peacock in the centres? So I'll just sort of go like this a bit, just to get a little bit of extra colour on. So don't use blends on this, only use your markers. And we'll see what it looks like. Just come down a little bit that way. Just give a bit of a... Now, because it's already on the thing, I'm going to lay it on like this and match up the shapes. Oops, I dropped it. As best I can. And push it down. They're leaves, so it doesn't really matter what colour they turn out, does it? There we go. Look at that. Ooh, I like the variation I got there. So I've still got heaps of ink on there. So if you had another one, you could do a few of them with the same bit of ink. I actually really like that. Cool. Right, let me just find that water sprayer. Let's get that off there. Of course, the other thing you could do is colour it in with your markers and then give it a bit of a spray to smoosh it when you're stamping it. Maybe we should do one of those. Let's do that. Let's find a bit of card. Hang on. Some more card around here somewhere. Already cut out. Let's try one of those. And then I'm going to use mine. Which one's this? Oh, this one's lemon lime twist. That'll do. I'll put that around the edge. So don't touch the other colour with it because it's darker. I think I've got a bit of tissue in there. Oops. This is going to be very interesting. The water sprayer. Haven't done it like this before. Got any water left? Whoops. I'm running out of water. Whoa, look at that. So I am going to lay that on top. Oh, look, I've got little splatters here after doing that. I'm going to keep them there. Look at that. It's coming right through the card. Lovely. Good push. So I'm keeping one finger on the middle there so I don't move it. Still got some to go up there, look. I'll get that impression going. Let's see what we did. Oh, wow. That's different. I like that. We've ended up with a few more drops of water, but we've got splatters on there. There was some splatter on the card, look, when I sprayed it. Oh, I like that. That's different. Nice. Okay, I will clean my stamps properly afterwards with my chamois. I'll just pop it over there. Wow, so I'm going to let that one dry and use that as a card front later. That's yummy. Okay, back to what we were doing. So with this one, I'm going to use this one on here. Oh, I like that. I'm going to put that there. Not sure where I'll put the flower. I don't want to cover up all the leaves. Maybe like that. Alrighty, and where's my stamps? A little drink. Lovely. Let's find another stamp block. There's my blocks. This one, I thought I'd do this one, happy birthday, because that's sort of a generic sentiment for anybody. Everyone has a birthday. I'm going to put that up the top corner there, so we'll just stamp that before we keep going. I'm going to do that in the pretty peacock. Alright, we'll just pop all this together and we'll have a lovely little card. So this goes multi-directional, it doesn't matter which way you put it on. Look at that one drying. Oh, look gorgeous. See, you could put that just on a plain card. Have to wait for it to dry though. It's lovely. Just centre that on the front. Just wriggle it a bit sideways like that. Pretty little card. A bit hard to tell if it's straight when it's got so many flowers on it. It's a bit tricky. Try and keep your eye on the line and the line. So one of the things I do is go like this. Back in the day, I used to do layout art, pre-press layout art before computers did it. So I learnt that very early on, and that was one of the tricks we used, was to do that. And you sort of half shut one eye and look down the card, and you can see your lines. I think I'll just keep it flat. You could put it up on dimensionals if you want more dimension, but I'm just going to keep it down on the same level. I might put the flower up maybe, let's see. So again, keep your eye on the lines, the straight lines. Yeah, look. That one's a little bit over. And with the glue, the multi-purpose glue, it doesn't stick straight away, so you've got a little bit of wiggle room. Pretty happy with that. Might be a little bit lower here, actually. Too late. Am I too late? Yep, that's good. Right, we're nearly there. Nice quick little card. And we'll just put our little flower on. Put that down a little bit more. What do you think? Maybe we will put it up on dimensionals. Oh, that's not one. It's the edge. You can use your edges too though. Cut them to shape. I've already cut these ones. Ready to use. Rightio, we're nearly done. Just work out where this one's going. Put that one about there. We'll just find a little bit of bling. I like bling. Got a bit of bling on the page. Gotta find some. These are pretty. Look. Don't know if they're too bright for it. Oh, look, there's some green ones too. These are called iridescent adhesive back discs. I think the pink's too bright. I quite like the green. I'm going to put two there. Let's fill that spot a little bit. There we go. Lovely. There. Rightio, how are we going? So there's my little card. There's a little bit I did earlier on the stamp block. So if you want to see how I did that, go back to the beginning. There's my yarn I'm going to make some more earrings with. There's my little earring. So just my hot tip for today was, if you can't think of what to do when you're trying to create things or what colour to use, just have a look at what you're wearing and go start with that for a colour. And even the design of bits, I've used something that's very similar that I just happen to have on the table there. Or you could stamp it yourself or draw it or crochet, whatever suits you. Okay, thanks for watching and joining me, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao!